Hey everybody, it's Preston here, also known as Godzilla Hawk, and as you know, I am your two-time and current reigning and longest reigning Wrestling Guru Society No DQ World Champion. Now, like I said, today like I said in the last couple of videos I did, I'm going to be doing more Halloween-based videos for you guys since it's the month of October. So, kind of do something a little special. Don't worry, I'll do the same thing for Christmas. I'll do something in regards to Christmas. But anyways, let's get on to the main topic. Last time I did the Evil Dead movies, so I really had to think hard about this one. About what movie have I not reviewed yet? What movie is a good Halloween movie? Well, I finally picked one that's both a Halloween and a Christmas one. If you guys don't know what I'm getting at, yes, it is The Nightmare Before Christmas. Or I should say, A Nightmare Before Christmas. No, The Nightmare Before Christmas. There you go, Nightmare Before Christmas. What can I say about this film? I used to watch it all the time when I was a kid. I have the videotape at my grandparents' house still. I watch it from time to time. It is a great movie. I would not say it's one of my all-time favorites, but it's definitely a child's movie. It's definitely a childhood movie. Sorry. It's just a great movie. Great soundtrack, great characters, and not a bad plot. Probably it's been cliched now, but nobody really cared about the plot. They really cared about the characters, including Jack Skellington himself. I mean, look at this. I'm wearing the shirt. Yeah, I got this actually from Disney. I mean, merchandise, just this character alone sums up. If you see this character, you automatically think Nightmare Before Christmas. And when you think Nightmare Before Christmas, you automatically think Jack Skellington. Now, for those of you that don't know the story about Nightmare Before Christmas, Christmas I should say, let me do a little plot here. So, here we go. The story takes place in Halloween Town. And every October they, celebrate Halloween by scaring people. And the Pumpkin King of Halloween Town is none other than Jack Skellington. He's considered the scariest thing on the planet. He's basically the king there. He rules Halloween Town. He's kind of like the president or the COO, so to speak. But every year he does the same thing, and it just gets boring for him. It gets repetitive. So he gets tired of doing the same old thing every year, just scaring people on Halloween, and it just gets old for him. So he decides to wander around with his pet dog Zero, who's a ghost, and they go wandering around the woods, and all of a sudden they come out some trees with symbols on them. There's one with a jack-o'-lantern, a turkey, an Easter egg, and so on. Now, if you guys don't know what those are basically trees, little doors, and whichever door you go into, it takes you to a different holiday. So for example, if you go in the Easter egg, you're going to Easter. If you're going to the turkey, you're going to Thanksgiving. So then he comes across a tree with a Christmas tree symbol. He goes in there and he loves the place. He likes it. He thinks it's wonderful, magnificent, it's interesting. So then he heads back to Halloween Town, tells everybody. But they don't really get the concept of Christmas, and they think it's just some other Halloween thing. So Jack Skellington decides, we're going to have our own Christmas. We are going to kidnap Santa Claus, and we're going to have our own little Christmas this year. Instead of doing Halloween, we're doing Christmas. So they wait until December, and Jack Skellington decides to play as Santa Claus. However, a doll, life-size doll named Sally, who has a crush on Jack, thinks this is a terrible idea and it won't work, and he'll get himself killed or hurt. But Jack just completely ignores her and says, you know what, I'm gonna plays Santa Claus this year. So he kidnaps Santa Claus, and then he ends up playing Santa Claus and delivering presents. But it's not like that exactly. I mean, he does deliver presents, but he starts scaring people, and people start getting afraid, and so on and so forth there. And that's the basic plot of the story. I won't spoil anything if you guys haven't seen it, but that's the basic gist. It's basically what happens, like in the prologue says, what happens when you combine two holidays. When two holidays collide, you get a mashup. You get... But yeah, that's what you get. That's the basic plot. So, yeah, that's the basic plot. It's very interesting. As you don't know, the movie is, I have to call it claymation or stop motion. If you've seen like Wallace and Gromit, or Peter Cottontail, stuff like that, it's kind of like that stop motion. I like it. I like the effects in the movie, and I can't believe they had to have, I think it was, I could be wrong, it's like 200 different heads just for I'm botching here. Jack Skellington. Just for him alone, so it was a lot of effort. It was directed by Tim Burton. Well, actually I could be wrong. I don't know, but it was one of Tim Burton's. Yeah, it was directed by Tim Burton. I would consider this his second best film ever. I know there's a lot of people that might disagree. They might say Edward Scissorhands or something else. But in my opinion, I say this is his second. His first probably being Tim Burton's Batman with Jack Nicholson and Michael Keaton. That was by far the best Batman. Not anyone who's a fan of the other Batman trilogy with Batman, Dark Knight, stuff like that. I don't hate those movies. I just hate Batman Begins. The other movies are good. I'm not disrespecting them. I just think the original 1989's Batman was just way superior. Way superior. But that's another time. I can talk about that another time. But yeah, so like I said, you got Jack Skellington. He's a great character in the movie. And you kind of feel for him, like, how would you feel if you were a ruler of a certain place and all you did was did the same thing every year? It would get, overdone. It'd get tiring. So you would want to do something. So you feel for the character. And he's not a bad guy. He's a really nice guy. He just does his job well, but he just wants to change it up. Sally the doll, she's a great character too. She's the one that's Jack's love interest. She has a crush on him for a long time, ever since she was created. And she's kind of like the one that's trying to save Halloween Town, save Jack, and trying not to mix the holidays together. She's that character you wrote for as well. You can feel her, that she cares about so much. She doesn't want anything bad to happen to him. And she knows something will happen if this continues. Now everyone's asking, but is there a villain in the movie? Yes, there of course is a villain. The main villain of the movie is Oogie Boogie, also known as the Boogeyman. He's basically the bad guy in the movie, but you don't really get to see him until like the last 40 minutes of the movie. If you don't know this, let me just kind of go back so you kind of understand where Boogeyman comes in. Jack basically tells these three little trick-or-treaters to go catch, or kidnap I should say, Santa Claus. So they go to North Pole to kidnap him, and Jack tells him to take him somewhere, keep forgetting where, but tell him to keep him somewhere safe, but of course they lie, and they send him to Oogie Boogie so he could be eaten. So Santa could be eaten. So that's where they meet, and yeah, you can just say that. And Sally's not just trying to save Jack, she's trying to rescue Santa Claus. But yeah, like there's way more, stuff in the movie. Like I said, I don't really want to spoil. You know what, I might as well just spoil it anyway. So if you guys don't want to be spoiled, if you guys have not seen this movie, turn off this video right now, get off this video, watch something else, do something else if you don't want any spoilers. So here's the spoilers, or if you've already seen the movie, then continue watching this movie. Then continue watching. So, Jack Skellington gets shot by the military, and of course everyone thinks he's dead, but he's really alive, and he's disappointed that it didn't work, but then he realizes, you know what, Christmas is really not my thing. Halloween has been my thing for a long, long time. So he decides to go back to Halloween Town and save Santa Claus and Sally from Oogie Boogie. So he defeats the Boogeyman. He rescued Santa and Sally, and then at the very end, everything's all good. Santa Claus saves Christmas. Jack gets to be with Sally, and everybody celebrates Halloween. They all go their separate ways on holidays. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, I guess it's a little cliche, but still a fun movie. It is a fun movie to watch. You won't get bored of it. And let's be honest, guys, there are so many movies whereas the most obvious cliches, but you still like them. Like We're the Millers. It was an obvious cliche, but it was still a fun movie. People like watching that movie. There are tons of movies out there with big cliches. It's like, oh, the guy always gets the girl, or this happens, or they defeat the villain, stuff like that. It's cliche, but we don't care. They're fun movies. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, like I said, and the soundtrack. The soundtrack is amazing. There's so many good songs on there. Like, there's some really good songs on there. Like, Jack's songs, of course, on there is the one, What's This? What's This? What's This in the Air? And stuff like that. That's one of the main songs in the movie. There's Sally's song, which is, personally my favorite song of the entire soundtrack. It's sung by Sally, but it was also sung by Amy Lee from, I know what the band is. You guys know what the band is. It's the Evanescence, I think it's called. I can't pronounce the name well. But you know what I'm talking about. I love the band. It's her version of Sally's song is just, oh my god, it's beautiful. It is gorgeous. It is a beautiful song. But then the song most people have heard is Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Da, 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 da. That's the most famous song. There's song in the original soundtrack, and there's the one sung by, I keep forgetting what his name was. They talked about in a Family Guy episode. He's a famous rock star. But yeah, they've mentioned him. That's probably the most popular, in my opinion, or everybody's opinions in Nightmare Before Christmas is This Is Halloween. And people play it all the time during Halloween, stuff like that. So it's definitely a really popular song. So if I had to rate this movie, like I said, it is not the best movie in the world, but it is definitely a classic. It is definitely a great, great movie. There is some frightening stuff in it. It is PG. There is some frightening stuff for younger younger kids. But it's still a great movie. It's very creative. I love all the designs of the characters and everything else in the sets and stuff, and kind of the atmosphere. It's definitely Tim Burton as best. So if I had to rate this movie, I'd give it probably. I give it 8.5. Like I'll give it a 9. I'll give it a 9. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. It's not one of my favorite movies, but it's definitely a childhood movie. A childhood movie, pardon me, that I love. I like this movie. I really, really like this movie. So that's all I can say. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, there will be other videos, like whether it's reviews or walkthroughs and stuff like that. I'll have something that's to do with Halloween very soon. So stay tuned for that. And I apologize for not doing Battleground. The stuff on my computer, I tried finding the live stream on the computer, but I couldn't find it. I would have done a review, but I didn't because I was only able to watch the last match because I found the website that was actually working. So, yeah, so I apologize for that. There will be a TNA live reactions. I shouldn't really say it, but I'm going to try and do TNA live reactions to Bound for Gore, so stay tuned for that. Hell in a Cell, I'm probably not going to watch it. I would do a live stream, but I promised my mom I wouldn't do it because it gave my computer a virus, and I just got a new laptop. So I don't want to break my laptop again and then not having a laptop for the rest of my life. So I'm not going to risk it. But if you guys know any, and I repeat, any live stream links that will not cause my computer to have a glitch or a virus at any time, I'm letting you know right now, no downloads, no viruses, I mean it. And people always tell me, oh, this won't give you a virus, this won't give you a virus, and they're giving me viruses. It's happened to me twice. So, unless you know 100% positive it does not give me viruses, or does not slow my computer down, let me know. But like I said, I'm TNA Bound for Glory. If I could get a live stream to work, I could convince my mom. Maybe I'll do more live reactions or at least more reviews. And one more thing before I go, don't forget, as you know, I'm a member of the Wrestling Guru Society, and we are doing a Q&A in the near future. So what I want you guys to do is to go to the Wrestling Guru Society inbox, and I want you to inbox me or any of the other members and ask us questions. It could be for me, it could be any questions, whether it's wrestling, movies, video games, but yeah, so ask me any questions. I'm a pretty open person. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. And you can subscribe to Godzilla Hawk, subscribe to the Wrestling Renegades 1, and subscribe to the Wrestling Guru Society. Did I say that? Or, yeah, but, yeah. So, I appreciate you guys watching this video. If you guys have any suggestions for any future Halloween type videos, whether it's a video game review, or a movie review, or a walkthrough, or anything, please put in the comments down below. And yes, on Halloween, I will do something special. I know what I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is. All I'm going to say is going to be a movie review. Everybody's going to know this one because it is super popular, especially in October. So stay tuned for that. And as you know, I'm your Wrestling Guru Society No DQ World Champion. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And also, one more thing. Don't forget to vote for your next Preston Pet Peeves episode, which I'll probably do in a couple of weeks. So please vote. That's all I can say is, take care, guys, and expect more videos on the way.